Alright, what's up everyone? Playing something a little different today. Actually, let's see the master line. Let's do music down a lot. There we go, much better. Actually, hear me.
I am Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. All my life I have been studying death, the greatest boundary holding humanity back. The powers that be were frightened of my search. My lab in the capital was about to be closed. But it cannot be denied that some phenomena might be found only in the strangest, most remote parts of our country. Little towns that are yet to be explored by forward-thinking minds. People accept the supposed imminence of death way too easily. We meekly follow our life's path to it, like cattle to the slaughter. But we shouldn't. My search for immortality has brought me rumors of one, Simon Kane, a supposedly immortal man, living in one such town. He might be just the proof all my theories need. The final patient. I need to find him, or else all my life's work is doomed.
I guess I muted it at some point. I don't know when I did that. I guess I muted it. Love it. Love that that happened. Alright, well thank you, Beans. I appreciate it. All that reading out loud for nothing. Nothing. My class at university had to go to answer to that question. It involved anatomy. Do you city folk always take 20 trunks of shirts with you? Or did you manage to cut down 10? This guy is just insulting me. 8. So I had to sit on the last one. Where can I find a constable? Who do I talk to about recovering my stolen property? It's just kids being kids. No need to be mean to them. Some kids, a hardened criminal, couldn't make off with my luggage at such speed. What, should I thank them? If you need your shirt so badly, why don't you go looking for the tots that ran away with them? Just ask them nicely. They'll trade your precious linens from the Capitol back in exchange for bits of colored glass, or even just a story. But whatever you do, don't hurt them. I have plenty of stories to tell, but usually involve a vivisection, so I suppose kids do like that sort of thing. Is the Capitol a real place? In a sense, of course, the Capitol is a myth, and that myth is the real Capitol. The city does exist physically. Right, sure, and I'm just an actor he hired. In a small town like yours, a single individual's authority can grow to be an all-encompassing. I assure you, though, Kane did not make up the Capitol. What do you mean they made your town? No, never mind. Trunks first, Kane's later. Have a nice day. Sometimes I need to take a step back from the moment and think logically through something. It helps me piece the picture together. Some suitcases are missing. Says no one here will help me find the missing items. Follow the field's trail of ripped suitcases. Seem to be having a bit of a manic episode. Some objects can be useful. I can spot them easily if I press Q to concentrate. Some thoughts will affect your mental state. Lithium split open. Okay, it's just a bunch of outburst shit that was broken inside of his suitcase. If they wanted joy on the cart, they could have at least left the suitcases. Suitcases on the bottom aren't mine. My analysis kit is safe. They didn't touch the chemicals. Could have accidentally drunk the vitriol. A shame, all the poor fumes of the Capitol would not sweeten this little town. Should have traveled lighter. I think I should stop looking at these. I'm getting crazy. Hey, back off. Get away from the girls. And from me, too. I ain't afraid of Uncle Rowan when he boozes up, and I ain't afraid of you neither. I got a knife. He can't hurt us. Got it? Boozes up? Oh, let's see. What the hell are you talking about? I'm not drunk. Your hands are shaking and you got those crazy eyes. Uncle Rowan gets those eyes too when he reaches for a second bottle. And it shakes. And then he picks fights. I got a real knife. If I look like that Uncle Rowan of yours, that means I really do need to cool down first. Give me a moment, I'll take a breather. Frightening extremes. It's hard for me to talk to people when I'm too apathetic or manic. I need to stabilize my condition first. Nervous tension makes me quicker. My state of mind can be changed with drugs. Some make me more apathetic, some more manic. I need to keep an eye on my mental state and supply drugs. Okay. Well, I don't seem to have any drugs. Assuming there's some drugs around here. I should probably... Sharp, suffocating smell. Is this drawn with cinnabar? Fresh lips, rich color. People be drawn with cinnamon sticks. That's interesting. I guess we're just not gonna sort that out. You really can run. I swear I just saw something move. Sketchy. His real name is Gregory Film, head of the local bandits. Artemi Burka's childhood friend. Can't talk to him. It must be because you need to go deal with those little twerps. I wonder if there's like a limited amount of stamina. I'm just ignoring all this weird shit. Can't talk. Am I like missing something? All I have is this amulet. Doesn't do anything. Wait, I see. I bet that's lootable. That's probably what it is. I probably walked right past something I was supposed to loot. Question is how do I get over there? I can't run anymore, so there is a limited amount of time you can run. Before you have to catch your breath. Got something in here?
Oh,
You.
tread softly. Don't stir the earth.
So that's what you're like. Dead, tired, and covered in dust. At your service. You're restless. You've hardly see anyone like that in our sleepy little town. Even the canes have gone into hibernation as years have passed. Were you expecting me? Simon said I'd be your guide. Always listen to him. Simon Kane, he left you in my care. Said you'd be staying at my house. Ah. Oh, it has a name. The Stillwater. And this won't be the first time it's had guests. Most don't last long. I think you will, though. What do you mean most don't last long? The Stillwater is just a very unique house. It used to be an observatory. Now people live inside, but it still longs for the heavens all the same. It draws something out of people. I'll come when I sort out my missing luggage. You've got interesting kids in this town. Before I knew it, I'd already lost my suitcase. And she's gone. What the hell? Worse than that. Really just do that again. Why does that happen? Something's going on with my computer. That shit is wild. Yep, now my camera and everything's fucked up. I thought it was just the game I was playing that was doing that last time we did this. I love to see that it's not. It has something to do with streaming, because this doesn't happen when I'm just playing stuff with myself. Alright, have a good one, Beans. Good luck. Hello, yellow. I'm back at it again. At least this time, I don't think the sound broke, which is good. Let me just check. I don't think the sound, which is good. Just check. I don't think the sound. Yeah, it's just that. Might have to turn up the sound a little bit though. Music can stay low. Honestly, we'll just keep it as is. It's fine. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll have to look into that, I guess. I really thought it was just that game we were playing that had caused it to happen last time, but then it just happened again, so that can't be the cause. Oh, I can be looting these. I didn't realize that. Well, that makes a lot more sense then. Give us a lot of shit to start. Now I can take some drugs to calm down. There we go. Let's get us to even. It's quiet. It's dead already. A dead heart keeps beating for 40 days. That's what my mom says. It couldn't have been dead that long. Do it. Tack it on. It won't fit in there. It just won't. Told you we should have stuck it in the belly, not the mouth. Life's in the belly. Everybody knows that. Nope. A locomotive's life sits in the front with the driver. That's what the fire is. So the heart should be too. That's what Boulder told me. Oh, my prototype. Looks like it's still intact. You killed the other trains, didn't you? It's 'cause they don't come to us no more. We were wondering and we didn't know why they kept dying. You got a whole graveyard. They're all rusted up. They ain't go anywhere. It's all because of you. You stole the train's heart for yourself and carried it away in a suitcase. And now the train's all dead. You said it yourself, the train's heart's in the front. I rode in the middle. How could I get the heart then? Through the bowels, like all might go do. You don't get to the heart through the bowels, my young friend. You hit quite a different body part first. They're made of different metals. He's right, the body has different layers, but all the meat is made of meat. Look, my prototype isn't the train's heart, and it certainly won't repair it. But it is an interesting thing in itself, so let's make a deal. You give it back and I'll tell you how it works. I don't know. There'll be corpses in the tail, a whole pile of them. These corpses, were they stabbed or strangled? The king must never cut, they only strangle. So if they were stabbed, kin didn't do it. Look here, let me take the prototype. I won't run away, I promise. To wind it up, you need to turn the handle clockwise. Sorry. Freaking everything is breaking on me lately. To prime it, hold this crank and turn it clockwise. Hello. Well, for crying out loud, your mind's flown away again. Prime what now? The morgue swimming in a gas leak from Lab 102. I heard the alarm. That's alright. I pulled the alarm because of the chlorine from Lab 102. Anyway, the crank is stiff, so you'll have to turn it with some force. There's a gas leak. What did you call me in here for? We have to seal the morgue and evacuate. Oh, Daniel, what we have to do is load the prototype you're fiddling with and use it to get into the morgue. A woman rose from the dead in there, and it will be, I think you'll agree, extremely frustrating if she dies again. We must get her out. An unenviable fate indeed. I was collecting tissue samples to determine the onset of rigor mortis when I heard a noise. I turned around, and holy smokes. A woman was sitting up on the gurney, stiff as a poker rasp in her throat. I started toward her, but then I smelled the gas and pulled the alarm lever. Chlorine isn't known for bringing back the dead, but if the woman was brought here by mistake alive, perhaps the gas could have irritated her mucous membranes enough to wake her. You're braiding another one of your chains of hypotheticals. We need practical observations. Pull out the patient, then write the monograph, not the other way around. Let's go over it again. This is how the prototyper works. You're holding an experimental prototype meant to dissipate tuberculosis miasma. Remember the consumption task force? Kaufman, Grosky, Anna, Stein. The wake of Bazin. They were commissioned to take a device to dissipate miasma, but I believe it was meant for something other than tuberculosis. This gizmo disperses an aerosol of disinfecting. First, you load the prototype. There's bottle solution in the beige cabinet. Best set it on the table while you load it. You can't do it while you're holding it. I wonder if this will work against chlorine, though considering it was designed for mustard gas. Next, you wind the prototype up to prime it. Hold this crank here and turn it clockwise. The crank is stiff, right? So I have to turn it with some force. Then I just release the contents into the gas. Wind the crank, then release. The gas should dissipate. Theoretically, wind, release, dissipate. Repeat until you reach your resurrectee. Just remember the chlorine will keep coming while our supply solution is finite. Just try to be as efficient as possible. The longer I hold the crank, the stronger the effect. Operating range is supposed to be decent. One load's good for 20 uses. To load the prototype, I need to stimulate an anesthetic and a toxin. First thing we teach lab assistants, the best stuff is in the beige cabinets. Evaporate residue goes into the prototype. Heat, then open the valves. Add the ingredients one by one into the setup. Before you can use the prototype, you need to load it. Ingredients are in the cabinet. The loading station is on the table. Stimulant. Anesthetic. Toxin. I'm good. The disinfectant solution consists of 3 ingredients: a stimulant, an anesthetic, and a toxin. And you put the items into the slots, then press the load button. Hold left click to charge. Release when the pendulum stops. Interesting. hustle. Yeah. Are you death? You have death's eyes. I have the eyes of a man who's just walked through 40 meters of poisonous gas without protective goggles. Dead people don't cough, which means you're still alive, for now. At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. Don't speak, you'll inhale even more poison. At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel. What does that mean? That means that when you die, there's neither life nor death, but neither life nor death, but something else entirely. What if trains were worms? They tunnel towards you underground. It's just nonsense. That woman was disoriented and hallucinating. But are you stupid? You can't. The earth will eat you if you tunnel underground. You can, you just need special tension bars. But that's a lesson for another day. Can I have my prototype back? Take it. It spins all boring. Clockwise only. Grandpa Simon has clocks that spin every which way. Besides, the train's already dead. Couldn't save it in time. Look, it's blowing its whistle. It's still smoking. That's alive as it gets. Wait, what about my microscope? I'll trade you another tail for it. We didn't take your microscope. If the prototype is in my right hand, the microscope is in my left. I can't collect data without it. The dog heads must have taken it. Khan, the Notkin, got a deal. All the war spoils get split down the middle. They don't care about hearts, not in any of their many faces. But they need another one. A microscope is a kind of metallic pipe fitted with lenses, used to look at small objects, and it makes them large and detailed. Oh, a kaleidoscope. Look at the colorful town. You can do it like Capella. You know the word kaleidoscope? Oh, and defenestration. Mr. Merrick used it when Foreman Oyen threw Uncle Rowan out of a window. So as it stands, you pass my belongings along just another gang, and I need to go to them and get my microscope back. Am I right? Kai must have given it to Capella as a gift. Are you stupid? She hates kaleidoscopes after what happened to that stained glass. No Khan would have given it to her. If it's something that changes things when you look through it, he must have given it to Grandpa Simon. He loves things like that. Even if he's wicked, he'd give it back to the owner if you find him in town. He'll deal fair. Jacob Stirk, Kirk, and what was his name? Bertie, Bertrand. Such a harmless fellow he was. Never hurt a fly in his life. And the Ripper slashed him to ribbons, like the rest of them anyway, the brute. We must give these unfortunate souls the proper burial they deserve, and find the Ripper and give him a burial befitting a beast. Do not act rashly. Give Carrick to me. I'll pay you back in kind, in herbs and blood. You want to take the corpse? Are you crazy? Why are you looking at her? Why are you even speaking to her? Do not speak to me, stranger. I have come begging for food to give Suk, begging for tears to give Mother Bodo. I speak to the blood of Adur, of our town. You are not our blood. My eyes do not see you, stranger. My ears do not hear you. No, I don't need to write down new words. I have an excellent memory. The father killer. He was always a wild one, but then Mara Shabanak lay with him in the steppe and whispered things in his ear to make him water the earth with blood. As soon as he got off the train, he went on his murder spree. He killed Jacob Stirk. He killed Kirk. He killed the harmless Birdie. He's a monster. Everyone knows her marks. If the victim's chest was ripped open, Shabnak told the killer where to strike. If a person lashes out like a beast, it's her holding their leash. If you see handprints in the earth instead of footprints, hear me out, blood of my Adur. Jeez, I can't keep up with some of these words. Suk sings of a fierceness, a sharpness inside the one you call Carrick. Give his body to me. He is dead to you anyway. You will bury him and he will rot away until nothing is left. I will bear him and Suyok will eat him and drink his savagery and his sting and sing an Ubene Adun, an herb song in gratitude. She'll give us Ashen Swish, the harshest of the herbs. Ashen Swish is a cruel herb, a bad herb. It thrives on blood and spite. Suk sings that it will need plenty of swish soon. Yours is a burial onto emptiness, but mine will be a burial into Suk's womb at your feet. Good people, give me the one you call Carrick. Should we give her the body, maybe? He didn't seem to have any family, and without them in the picture, I guess it doesn't matter if we bury him or the kin do. Who knows? Suppose we do get a great crop of Tweer. I was under the impression that who buries who actually matters quite a lot in traditional cultures. They're just going to bury him. They'll desecrate him until not even Shabnak can recognize what's left. That's what you're going to do, isn't it? Step girl, say it. Don't you dare try to lie to us. I promise there'll be no desecration. You'll take his name so it holds its sharpness no longer, and we'll lower him into their God's moon. Everyone will forget him, forget the wicked murderer Carrick, and only Ashen Swish will remain. You can't just bury a person without their name. Everyone has the right to be remembered, if nothing else. You can at least ask her to stand up. The body of a victim who met a violent end must be withheld for the purpose of forensic examination, even if a beautiful young woman asks otherwise. Once a person dies, their body is no more than a collection of molecules and tissues, and the opportunity to put it to some use is a stroke of fortune. Well, I guess. Death came to this town today, such great death, the like of which has never been seen before. Today will be a fearsome day, tomorrow even more so. And on the third day, fear itself will die, and without Ashen Swish, we will die too. I must say that all these prophecies are making me uneasy. The locals believe in a Shabnak, a murderous step golem in the guise of a woman. It's like I've stepped out of time, not just traveled far from home. I mean, it Looks like there's a decent number of trees. The maw, it's safe here for now. Mine is affected by interactions with specific objects. They are easy to spot if you hold Q to enter concentration mode. I hate filth, garbage, decay. But sterile operating rooms no longer give me any information or something like that. I kind of missed it. Alright, let's keep that mania level not too high. Good little bull, blunt mouthed, broad browed. Please forgive us. You always have. You're silly, Ursi, and you always have been. He's returning to Boss Turok, to Bodho. We are leading him to the bosom of his mother and father. Why are you asking for her forgiveness? Because Boss Turco is dead. This little bull's whole life, he didn't know that the most beautiful creature, the immortal Boss Turco, was waiting for him. And now that he knows, Borho will find his father's silent corpse. How can we not pity him? I thought there was a festival going on in town, but you're just talking about death. The father of all Katanage people and bulls has died. Sook didn't eat Boss Tarok. How could she? He's bigger than her, stronger than her. The immortal can't be killed. He chooses death himself. We ask Boss Tarok to change his mind and come back to us, his children. Some animals, like lobsters, don't undergo natural aging and death, but they can still be killed by external forces. Boss Tarok is not an animal. He is the father of all continents, people, and bulls. The herd brides walk barefoot so that we can always hear his heart. Tonight stopped beating. His children are afraid without their father, so we ask him to respond. A fang or a claw was thrust into him. I feel the wound bleeding. Rust is soaked into him. I feel hot, squelching underfoot. Ew. Why is he looking at us? You know nothing. Dostrock can die only from gloom. We will cheer him up, feed him, and show him our joy. He will bring the last Aurochs to his bosom. Then he will remember us and return to us. So this bull is meant to be sacrificed. Yay. Mugar, Mugar bad. A worm is a worm, a human is a human is meant to see to build. What do you see outside? I see you. We haven't looked closely. Go further. See our celebration. Look at the last Aurochs. What do you see in all of this? Tell Guga afterwards. An Auroch is a big bull, right? I'll look whether I want to or not. Share what you have witnessed, a beholder. is a big bowl. My eyes touch you, beholder. That's plausible, mathematically speaking, but physiologically, well, that would traumatize me for the next decade. What was that? I just saw some sort of. What did you see, beholder? I saw rot and plague, miasma spreading from a carcass. The sanitation squad burning it with fire. Everything around groaned and died as if it were the midst of an outbreak. That was tomorrow. That will be yesterday. That box syphilis. This was from Hat Jumps. That makes about as much sense. For those anxiety-induced visions of terrible futures? Perhaps. Was the bull in the square some kind of parable? Ah, so you're a parrot as well as a worm. Birdies, birdies, gather ye here round the marble nest. Exhaustive. If you see something else unexpected, don't be afraid. It's just the eyes adjusting to our current place and time. Keep moving forward. Pity the Academy thinks otherwise. I saw more. Yes, he does look like Guga, and anxiously peering into my eyes. Tell Guga if that's what they offered me. Why is she drawing my thoughts? I just imagined. I'm simply adjusting to the climate. Those are your thoughts, huh? Perfectly healthy children. What devilry am I imagining? I'm surprised it isn't raising our anxiousness. Can I do it again? No, one and done. That makes sense. There you are, finally. I thought you'd forgotten our agreement. Mark Immortal. I hope you're ready. Have you memorized your lines? Of course I did. I always have 2 or 3 lines ready in my mind, and I chose one before responding. I take no joy in seeing another player who likes to improvise. Your charge is but to read your lines and not invent them. Player. They use the word player. That's interesting. Wait, is this really the guy? Looks about the same, but the outfit's all wrong. Did our guy wear a coat? This costume is more suited to an antagonist. More of an anti-hero than an antagonist. I presume you know the difference. That makes you an ideal candidate for our anti-production. I am Mark Immortal, director of the local theater, and you are. Looking for the kids who stole my microscope. I really don't have time for this. Daniel Donovsky, doctor, just arrived from the capital. You see, the actor we've been waiting an eternity for decided to sabotage the rehearsal. He would do us a massive, titanic favor by replacing him, even if just for a little while. Still, what's the man in the bird suit doing here? This is abnormal. Are you not familiar with ancient mysteries? A feathered colleague symbolizes the doom of all things. He acts as a dark omen, complete with the plague doctor's beak. Our performance is quite simple. The main character has just arrived in a remote town and quite accidentally stumbled into a curious rehearsal in which his fate will be decided. Who knows, perhaps he'll die at the end. Seems the performance has already started. I'll be dragged in it against my will. Is that all you have to say? Why do you stare like that? I see it in his eyes, his mind. It's looking for a line to mumble. I say we start the scene with a backhand across your face. He's no leading man. He's unfit even to play a villain. At best, a background player, a body, standing there to fill the stage. It's the Steps healer's son who ought to take the role, or that young girl who crawled out of her grave. They have such pathos and such a verve. What does this one have? A coat? Unless you are awed by my coat, it is perfectly understandable, but envy is a low sentiment. The coat is but a prop. Beneath it, who are you? You want to switch? I'll take your mask and black leotard, and you can wear the coat. Sounds good? You don't quite grasp what you're speaking to. There is no face beneath the mask. It is my only skin. Upon this stage I play a special role, the walking shadow of the slain. Spectre of regret, words still left unsaid. This is a hint I'm not supposed to get just yet, but which will become clearer later, right? I think you're just a failed actor. Masks usually worn by those who can't play the part of their own faces. Excuse me, Donosky. Why are you insulting a colleague? I don't recall him making it personal, unlike you. That was hurtful, alright. I think we should stop here. What? He's been insulting me the whole time. Doesn't like my lines, doesn't like my coat. He wasn't insulting you, but your character. I thought you could tell the difference. Sorry. I got carried away. Shoot. I think I was doing good, and then I stopped doing good. Yeah, so look at the mind map. What now? I already know the microscope was so... Why are you telling me this? If you could travel through time, would you go to the future or the past? The past. 10 years ago, maybe, when everything could still have been prevented. A future so distant, not even some of my vivid imagination could fathom it. Usually they go one after another, but sometimes there's two side by side. Sometimes you have to jump backwards. Did you steal my microscope? I did, yeah, but I gave it to Phil. He's over there, on the stairway. How do the stairs stand without support? They stand like the polyhedron does. See you later. And earlier, as it happens. Their faces are gloomy. They're up to no good. Well, what is it? Can you see the future? Let me look too. Wait your turn, Pipsqueak. Just let me take one look and then I'll give it back. Ooh, there's a bunch of bugs and little hairs. Doesn't look like much of a future. Why are you using your dog's eye to look? You're not an animal, you know. Yeah, but an animal might see further. Good news, the microscope's been found. Bad news is being mauled by a pack of wild dogs. Oh, the horror. You must either play as dogs or astronomers. Doing both at once is a bit overboard. You're the thingamajig. Hey, your thingamajig's busted. It doesn't show anything. Just some bugs and weird little hairs. Maybe that's the future. In many, many years, nothing will remain of us on Earth but bugs and hair. What makes you think it shows the future? See all these different glass pieces inside? Glass like this shows the future when you look through it. Everyone knows that. Grandpa Simon loved making all sorts of things with glass. I've only seen thingamajigs like this at his place. Why'd you steal from Grandpa Simon, you bastard? That's why he stole it back from you. It's called justice. That is my microscope. I brought it with me from the capital and you stole it from my luggage. He doesn't know. Spit it out, you monster. Where did you get this thingamajig from? What'd you do to Simon? It was you, wasn't it? Calm down. Please don't shout. What's going on? Give him back the thingamajig and let him go on his merry way. It's broken anyway. Can't see the future at all. What doesn't take effort doesn't deserve effort. If we just give him back the thingamajig, there's no effort in that. I have a pocket watch on a chain, and it definitely shows the future. Come on, let's see it. Ooh, nice. And how does it show the future? With this. You always know what time it is, so you know what time it will be in an hour, or 2, or even 3, which means you know the future. Alright, give us your watch, but show us how your thingamajig works, will ya? We're still curious. First, the trade. The watch for the for the microscope. Ah, here we go. Okay. Oh, well, I fucked up there. Two weeks ago in the capital. It's amazing to see standing at all if you're on a Gashian hill. Step aside with me for a moment, Chief. I checked the morgue records. A body matching her description was declared dead last night. We're searching across the country for miraculous resurrections, and one springs up right under our feet in our institute's morgue. That's irony. I'm not claiming it does, but imagine for a second. No, let's stick to the facts. I spoke to the orderly on duty last night. He also confirms that our subject showed no signs of life, and Platten himself was there when she woke up. When I reached this woman through the poisonous fog, she herself insisted that she died. It's not proof, but she must have had a reason to think it. We can't miss this opportunity. Unfortunately, the subject is having trouble speaking. All that time in the gas has weakened her voice. I've wrenched her mucous membranes and performed inhalation therapy, but you understand I can't conduct an extensive interview. An examination of her personal belongings, she came into the morgue with some items, so I haven't had a chance to go through them myself. I left them on the table by the back entrance. Perhaps there's a clue, ma'am. Would you allow us to examine your things? Do you remember me? I'm Bachelor of Medicine Daniel Dvorsky, head of the Thanatica Laboratory. Last night, I saved you from a site of serious gas leak. The man with death's eyes. My eyes were affected by the gas, just like yours. But at least you remember something. Disease affects various bodily systems. The microscope helps identify which organ is infected. Tissue samples are placed on glass slides. An assistant ensures that slides are sufficiently supplied. I can study collected samples under the microscope, perform the tests. I need regents. The doctor himself is in charge of their supply. He read, but maybe I'm not looking for that. It's gotta be that. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Alright, well now I understand how it works, but that is pretty tough. Oh, hello. They put it right on the top for me because I was struggling. Pathogen has been found. The organ is affected. Breathing is a bit easier, but talking is still difficult. The rest, I've had a look through your things yet. What did you say they were on the table by the back entrance? A Lazarus personal effects from the morgue. Herbs, not a bouquet. Looks medicinal. So it's a woman instead of a wise woman instead of a doctor. Self-medication with folk remedies. Morphine tourniquet. Chronic morphine addict. Suffered from severe pain. Husband left and took off the wedding ring. Jilted fiance. Unrequited love. I might understand more if I examine the resurrected woman myself. Pale and gaunt, looks exhausted. No wonder her blood sample points to leukemia. The skin here is seriously damaged. I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas. Likely the same for her red eyes and mucosal burns. Her skin here is seriously damaged. I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas. Likely the same for her red eyes and mucosal burns. Bruising from repeated injection. The consequences of attempted resurrection? Morphine? She did have some with her. Morphine addict. No, that's the same. Together with the examination and the tests, the picture is more or less complete. Our miraculously resurrected woman has late-stage leukemia and injection marks on her body. Addicted from palliative treatment for the pain. Colleagues thought she was beyond saving. Weakened system couldn't handle the heavy dose of medication. Each our subject needs rest. Time to come up with a diagnosis, even if it's preliminary. Have you shed any light on the case? I'm loath to jump to conclusions, but then I could have discovered some genuine phenomena. Just a morphine addict, and morphine addicts are common in morgues. Probably decisions. I suppose so, but how do we explain the most astonishing part? The resurrection. Why did a gas leak revive the subject? Do you see the Peru's injection site? Adrenaline. Someone tried to restart her heart with a too small dose. The gas leak in the body released the adrenaline it was missing. I think it was a mistake. The subject ended up in the morgue due to negligence. She wasn't actually dead yet, and by coincidence, an unaccounted for factor revived her. Alright. Quick timeout. I get to grab something real quick. I was getting a little cold. So does this mean she wasn't dead after all? And all the others are tried to find too. As of right now, spontaneous resurrection appears nothing but fiction. That's quite the bar you've set with your expectations, young man. A breakthrough can't happen in a single movement. It takes a sustained effort. Every step feels small at first, but we'll learn to resurrect the dead one day. If we can't see the future in that glass, then we're off. We've got important things to do after all. I'll leave my things at my temporary lodgings, then head to the Crucible to see Simon. Interesting. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and let myself out. Inspector of the Special Committee. Oops. I nailed that. He was sent to investigate the case of my criminal negligence. Supposedly, I didn't save a town in the east of our country where a plague broke out. I didn't even try, apparently. He's luring me into a trap. His folder is full of intentionally false data. He's not interested in the truth, but rather in the downfall of Bachelor Danovsky. He is my enemy. I just want to recount everything in order, from beginning to end. The beginning doesn't interest me, it's the ending. As for your backstory, your genesis, all of that is in the case file. Shall we review it? Yeah, why not? Yes, the ministerial inspection of your lab. Then I could begin in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as an immortal man. A person with unique longevity, or at the very least, the results of his medical evaluation. Let's see your fantasies aside for a moment. The important part is that you fled from the investigation. And this town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional on site. I hear it so far. They didn't flee. Proof of human immortality was the only chance to save Thanatica. Not inaccurate. The devil's in the details. You appear to be setting a trap. On the third day, the town's leaders gathered in the town hall to form an emergency command to fight the epidemic. And what was Daniel Donosky, who was, I repeat, the only qualified specialist in the town, doing that day? Did I unsettle you? Your tricks won't work on me. You're right to feel ashamed. Instead of fulfilling your Hippocratic oath in leading the fight against the plague, you were engaged in what? Come on. Don't look at the table. My eyes are up here. I'm not looking down out of shame. I'm simply amazed at your informant's sloppy work. On the fourth day, the town lost its water supply that required a hospital, but the one person who could set it up, what was he doing? Tell me, Davosky. Where did you spend the fourth and fifth days? In a jail cell. That's where your papers say, right? You're all in it together, aren't you? It's not enough to destroy my lab, you have to destroy me too. Who are you referring to? You know who. Too many coincidences. A letter about Simon lures me out, but Simon's gone. The town's lockdown traps me. Well, I'm left to die. Thanak is destroyed just before a scientific breakthrough. Very crafty. The words prone to paranoia are underlined twice. I didn't think much of them, but now I understand. You think I have some hidden agenda beyond seeking the truth. I'll make note of it for now. Let's get back to my fairy tales. I'm thirsty. You consider escape to avoid facing a painful truth. When I came to town, I found that Simon Kane, the immortal man who I'd pinned all my hopes on, was dead. When I came to town, I found out. Oh, it's the same thing. I think I switched, and now I'm giving him shit. I'm playing as the other guy that's been doing the interview. A false hope to cling to. Simon Kane's nature, the mystery of his immortality and death, that's the most important thing that happened in that little town. And to me, but I just can't relay it to you. To understand, one must immerse themselves in the details, taking the full picture. And for the very best immersion, you tried to flee the town on the evening of the fourth day. No, you're twisting it. You're rewriting the past. Where did I lie exactly? Point it out. Now I'm back. Everywhere about the emergency command, the escape, the hospital. The only thing you got right was the reason I came to the town in the first place. How did it all happen? No tricks. Leave aside your stories of children and microscopes. I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm interested in the ending, not the beginning. Do you also read books backwards? You recount everything in whatever order I tell you to. On the sixth day, the plague destroyed the town. So if you would be so kind, explain to me, what were you doing on the fifth day? Were you really so indifferent to the plights of the people around you? The town couldn't have perished on the sixth day. I was there for 12. There's an error in your report. You disappoint me, Bachelor. I'll ask again. On the fifth day in the town, what were you doing? So we're skipping straight to the day 5, huh? Yep. No. We're in the real game now, I'm assuming. That's a lot of rat traps. And there I am in the mental asylum. Or a jail cell. Day 5, in which the Bachelor will grab the only remaining thread that may lead to Simon Kane. And then I got an achievement. Where's my Chieve? There it is. Okay. Let's just for getting to the 5th day. In the beginning, I'm never leaving this place. Why? They trapped me in this bloody town. Now I'm trapped in a jail cell. Read me this. What place has an entrance but no exit? A grave. This triple accursed town is sapping resolve by the minute. Is the local herbs blooming, or have you finally cracked it, Anofsky? Your legs barely stir. Lay down and forget. To sleep. Maybe to dream. Alright, will it be like this always? This despair isn't yours, I swear. It's the local herbs messing with your head. I can combat apathy. Strength always dwindles. Sash water on your cold face. And mania, you're sharp and fierce. Harmful side effects? What harmful side effects? But you won't succumb to tranquility. Let me out already. Daughter of Fat Vlad Algimsky, local magnate and master of the town's industry. Blood of his blood. Local kids named her Capella for her ability to point out the celestial map in the night sky. I heard she holds some explicable power over the town, but I dismissed it. That was a mistake. Out. Out, living soul. You keep me caged like a dog all night, and now you acknowledge I have a soul? I expected a different kind of jailer. I'm dead tired, to be honest. I'm not so sure I even want to leave this cell. Then why'd you bang on the door? If I stay in place, apathy will consume me, and then after that, death. That's right, you mustn't stand still. That is why I'm releasing you. I was apprehended by a bunch of burly patrolmen. Who are you to let me go? I am mistress, well, a future mistress. But I think you agree that the future and the past are relative concepts. Aren't you a bit short to be a mistress? How old are you? 14? 16? Future mistress. Well, my father can order 100 men into the Gorkon to drown, and they'll do it too, since otherwise they'd starve. So people do listen to me. I want to help you. How are you feeling? Terrible. I need sleep. Someone in the next cell was howling and coughing all night until they weren't. I called out, but nobody came. Thought everyone was dead. I had a dream like that the other day, that everyone in town was dead, and I was alone. Do go on. I love hearing about people's dreams, especially after a sleepless night in jail. But you do need to hear this one. I dreamt that a doctor came into town and I got him out of prison. Then I asked him a question. That's when my dream ended. And now I'm here. I'd like to know the answer. Why did you come to our town? Exactly. I was lured here on purpose. So what are you gonna do now? I don't have a lot of options, do I? I'll look into what he left behind first thing. The phenomenon itself is gone, but there are still witnesses to his longevity. Explaining it is paramount. I'll try to do my job. Immortality in a deadly disease? I guess it's possible. You know, Bachelor, my father envied Simon, and Maria Kano will always be my enemy. So, there's no love lost between our families. And yet I must help you. I don't want to, I must, otherwise the town will suffer. That's why I came early and waited 4 hours until you decided to wake up. You could have knocked on the door yourself. Seems to me you just like the being a princess. Even the governor obeys you, right? Why would it suffer? Because without Simon's in mind, the town is just a plot of land with houses on it. It nearly became that after the deaths of Mother and Nina in the wild, but even Simon's own family didn't fully understand him. Even Simon's opponents almost idolized him. What kind of a man was he? I know where to find the last person who saw Simon alive. His name is Staka Rubin. I've heard about him. He's a colleague of mine, one of few around here. You haven't just heard about him, you've worked with him. Or you will. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure of anything anymore. He's a doctor. He has a hideout in the warehouse. Look for him there. How do you know where his hideout is? The way you say it, it doesn't sound like much of a secret. A hideout? Sure. Clear sign of an honest man. But you won't be able to go there right now. I was waiting for you. Something bad happened. When you go up those steps, you'll see. Mother said that a true business stands out by her timing. And I am right at the right place, but too late. Maybe I'll never become a true mistress. Well, yes, you could have helped me sooner. Alexander Suvorov, governor of the town. Suvorov are the load-bearing bones of this town. Hard, dry, and colorless compared to the other two ruling families, order rested upon them. When I arrived, Governor Suvorov pinned all his hopes on me and hated me for it. He thought the star from the capital would show the Kanes and Olgamiskis how dangerous overreaching ambition could be. Alas, that star proved to be another dreamer. I kind of wish they'd just say the lines that are up here. I don't know why they have just like unrelated lines they say. Maybe there's some hints and stuff in there, but before you ask, I allowed the girl in. She is Olgamiski's daughter, and she interceded on your behalf. But even if she hadn't, I wouldn't have kept you here. You threw me behind bars yesterday, and today you're already setting me free. What a mercurial tyrant you are. What were you detained for? I tried to leave town, but your traps worked just in time, and I wasn't let go. You tried to abandon your patients, to flee the town and save your sorry hide. It was a despicable act. If I could turn back time, I wouldn't do it again. You can't go back and you can't undo the past. Today the plague has reached the backbone. Behind the thin walls of this building, death rages. You boarded up doors and windows, but the plague fumes are seeping in. You and I, we have mere hours left. And now we're both trapped. Is it not ironic? He who digs holes is liable to fall into them. There have been cases of criminals surviving the sacking of a besieged city and prisons. A prison is also a fortress, but our fortress lacks food and water. Outside, we are presumed dead. Know this, Janbowski. I wanted to punish your cowardice, that much is true, but I did not want you dead. A few days ago, a decree was issued declaring all people in infected districts to be presumed dead, not to be rescued, unless they call for help with signal bonfires. A folly. Without a protective suit, you can't venture into the miasma, let alone light the fires. So officially, you and I are dead. The decree was issued, you say, but by whoever wields that power, right? Tell it to me straight. You issued an inhumane rule, never expected to be its victim? I did not issue that decree, nor did you, though everyone pinned their hopes on you at first. You have no more right to condemn the decisions of those who at least tried to act. I'll deal with this later, but for us to be let out, someone has to venture outside, right? I think I'm ready to volunteer. The miasma already seeps into the rooms of the town hall, and you want me to open the front door? No, our only chance is to barricade ourselves in and pray for a miracle. I have a device, a prototype. It disperses miasma. With it, I can go through the infected district. Yes, the one you confiscated along with all my belongings, including medicine, by the way. No, your gadgets from the capital are just as unreliable as you. I won't unlock the main entrance or risk contamination of the town hall just because you're a novelty lighter. At the beginning, you said you weren't going to hold me. Who's breaking their promises now? Thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather do something. You said the plague is already in the town hall. Where? The far room. We've locked it already. Give me the prototype back. I'll clear the contamination in the far room and prove to you that the device works. Mind your device should be in the main hall. Confiscated items are also there on the counter. No one has disturbed them. Take them. After that, you'll unlock the far room for you. But if you fail to clear the miasma, you won't be let out. Glad to see you've listened to reason. I'm begging you, tell them to open the doors. Everything's locked. We're trapped in here. Are you totally out of your mind? Use your head. Do you think they lock the doors for fun? Have you seen what's out there? My friend's stuck outside. When we were together, I managed to slip inside, but he... What kind of friend are you leaving him there? So why is everyone standing around like nothing happened? Why is no one doing anything? Who's in charge of the quarantine? Someone or other. It could be anybody at this point. A chicken with its head cut off could do better. Seemed like Olga Minsky Jr. was calling the shots at first. He even talked of a vaccine, then some big shots started issuing those ridiculous decrees. Isn't there a doc from the capital here? I heard the doctor lost his nerve and tried to skip town. No, that's not how it was. You're mistaking. The doctor from the capital took charge, set up a hospital. He saved the town. It's because the doctor, the big city rat, only cared about himself. As soon as there was a whiff of the plague, he hit the road. I feel sorry for him. I understand the fear. I'd run too if I could. But it's too late now. I only regret one thing. Who's gonna water Miss Zoya now? Who's Miss Zoya? My poppy plant, my beauty. She was just Started blooming, bright red flowers, oh so pretty, and now she'll wither, my poor child. I feel bad for everyone, but so what? Is it Miss Boya's fault? I should have watered her when I went outside today. If I don't make it alive, promise me you'll look after her for me, alright? She needs watering every day, just a little, but it has to be done. Sure. You're the head of this place? Could you sign this paper for me, please? The death certificate, I mean. Murderer's brother. Whose death certificate? My brother's dead. Bad man he was. Wicked man. Still, he was family. Now I'm fussing about collecting all the papers, but I'll be frank. I don't have his name in here. I forgot his name, and no one's willing to help me. This is the guy we buried a few days ago. Will you expect me to put my own name in there? I don't know how it happened. It's like it was kicked out of my head. Like there's just a black blot in my mind where my brother's name used to be. And the secretary, he says there's only 2 bodies brought from the station, but how could there only be 2 if Burke and Knife 3? It's a mistake. Please tell them. You're out on the same day. You saw it? I did. An herb bride took your brother's body away. Sorry, that can't be true. For the kin to take a body, someone needs to give them permission. They have a special relationship with bodies. They would never take one without asking. Yes, indeed, it was me. I gave her permission to take the body. You? How could you? What did he ever do to you that you fed him to the kin? Thought you were a doctor, a scientist, and you have no shame? They didn't just take the body, they took his name from all of us. From his family. How on earth am I going to remember his name now? It was Kieran. Oh, we're very apathetic. We'll keep some of the apathy. I don't want to overuse my shit if I don't need to. Vlad the Younger. Vladislav Olgaminsky, son of Vladislav Olgaminsky, the factory owner. Head of 3 ruling families. Could imagine the autonomy he enjoyed living under his father's shadow. What options does the town have when there's no vaccine or cure, when there's neither hospital nor doctors? Are you one who issued a decree not to rescue people from the infected districts? I might skip over lines every now and again. I just need a quick breather in between to actually fucking not get a dry ass desert mouth playing this game. Look at this guy's mustache though. It's a primeval belief, one might say. She can't tolerate fire. She's either afraid of it or in contrast drawn to it like a moth. I found it symbolic. Please keep in mind our orderlies are simple folk. They need a convincing omen to compel them into the plague fumes. Convincing to them, but not to you or I. You're wiser than I am. It wouldn't have occurred to me to account for the common false ignorance. Be that as it may, by the third day we realized the scale of the catastrophe. The town needed saving, and I was ready to propose concrete measures. I would soon pay with my life for my actions. Like your father's actions. Surely it was he who placed you in this prestigious position. Two days ago, I waited for you at the Emergency Epidemic Committee meeting. If you wished to take matters into your own hands, I would not have stood in your way, but you simply didn't show up. You're a brave man, Vlad. You actually tried to do something. I won't let you die. Is it this room? Oops. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, there we go. There you go. What's that smell? Bile. The prototype uses other regions as well, but they hardly smell of anything. Your contraption works. Let's assume as much. Is it enough to traverse the infected district? What? We've already established that you have no better option. If it's not enough, I won't be knocking on your door to be let back in. You have my word, I won't endanger you. Fine. Let's assume that too. Listen up. I need you to make it to the southern exit of the district. It's guarded by orderlies. The other exits are either sealed off or being guarded by vigilantes. Best avoided. By vigilantes, you mean a mob armed with sharp sticks, driven mad by fear. But first, you need to light several bonfires. More than one, that's important. Get with the bonfires. I'll just tell the orderlies that there are living people trapped in the district. I'll be standing in front of them as living proof. I've said it already. This is how it's been since the first outbreak 5 years ago. If there's fires burning in the area, that means there's still survivors. Still able-bodied and healthy. Only those are worth saving. We were ordered not to bother with small pockets of doomed people. So you're suggesting that I tell all these... I should deceive your men by lighting all these bonfires. That's not my system. We issued the decree in haste and panic. If I survive, I will overturn it. In other words, you always thought you were going to be on the other side of your cruel decree. Here we go. There's all kinds of stuff out here. I better kept in pockets rather than my carpet bag. Best to store consumables here. Okay. There we go. Now we're back to neutral. Is there like a map? I think I might be screwed at this rate. I might be able to make it more. That's blue. That's new. Oh, never mind. That's not new. That'll just make us sad. All right. South gate. So I want to go that way as much as possible. Are these different gates? I might have to go make myself some coffee or something. Normally I don't get this droopy, but I think it's just like the slow atmosphere, which is nice, but it's lulling me to sleep. It's gonna be Oblivion all over again. Okay, we burn this, right? Alright. I guess I have to keep a better eye out, because I think I've walked by that before. Not only that, we do really have to hustle, because we've only got... little dribblers. Will this take me to what I'm looking for, too? No, it doesn't look like it. Or maybe? Well, kinda. I don't think that's where it's leading me, but... Alright, let's get out of here. While we still can. Boys, there's someone alive out here. Not the first time people are surprised to see me, but Master Jamoxi doesn't die so easily. I'm not the only survivor. There are people trapped in the town hall. They need urgent help. Whoever's trapped in there is dead to us. Governor Superov's orders. I assure you with my medical expertise, the people in the town hall are alive and not yet infected. The only qualified doctor in this town is who I am. We're only doing our jobs. The decree is simple. No fires, no entry. People can be saved only if the bonfires are lit in the district. Otherwise, it means they're all dead. Open your eyes. The bonfires are lit. Wait, really? Five boys. They're survivors in the backbone. Well, then, clear the exit to the district. Escort people from fire to fire. Do not deviate from the route. So you're just scared of being in the infected corridor without the fires burning. I see. One more thing. At least wrap a rag around your face so you don't breathe in the miasma. Indeed, we'll need some kind of protection for the orderlies. It's right terrifying to go in there, but it can't be helped. Orders are orders. And you, survivor, why are you still standing there? Get on out to the clean district since you managed to walk all the way here. Town is merely a sequence of districts, and I am the one to choose that sequence. I can choose a careful route, step by step, avoiding dangerous districts, or space to walk directly to my target. I need to rush. If I change my mind, I can always undo my last move or Z to start over. I'm gonna grab a drink. I need some caffeine. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Don't you fret, I'm not interested in your jingle jangle, not worth a hassle. Just tell me straight, Doc, am I plagued? If only all gentlemen who look like you do sought medical advice instead of my wallet. I'm serious and scared. Is it okay to admit fear to a Sawbones, Doctor? One confession deserves another. I don't know if youth keeps one safe at all. Would be logical if it did, but the disease seems to spare no one. I would hope her stepblood would protect her. She's of the kin, left her people, was still torn between town and stepped. I thought maybe if I quarreled with her on purpose, she'd return to her kind. Wouldn't suffer her fate no more. Too late now. I've heard this notion that steppe people are immune to the plague, but I suspect that those are tall tales. So you suspect your lover might have infected you. It's not impossible. When did you see her last? The day before yesterday in the morning. When did she die? Yesterday. I know very little of the plague yet, but it's clear from its dynamics that one can't survive the infections for more than a day. If you were infected, you wouldn't be here. Consider how many people have died since the outbreak began 2 days ago. The disease obviously develops very quickly. I'd say the incubation period is 5 to 8 hours. So you've done me a service. Poor Kulan's suffering ended just yesterday. She came to me even earlier than that. Her math checks out. Doctor, sorry, I should address you with respect. According to your account, I couldn't have caught it from her. Maybe not from Kulan, but from someone else. Someone you could have met even half an hour ago, easily. Don't celebrate just yet. Takes 5 hours to burn someone out like a candle, and it's clear as day. I've been racking my brain. She was healthy when she came to me, only her legs were wobbly after a night of dancing. Then suddenly, bam, dead of the plague, like that. Such loud words of yours. They ring here in the backwater. It's like an alarm bell or artillery. They don't fit the scenery, like you. Can I help you with something, Doc? You're looking lost as a newborn babe. I'm looking for a doctor named Reuben. I'm not sure myself, but I need to talk to him. Do something useful at least. I'd love to repay you, but I can't. Don't know where Ruben went. Ask the little ones, the kids, if you run into some. They scoured every corner of this place. They don't miss a thing. If Ruben is there, they've seen him. Thank you, and take care of yourself. You dodged infection once. Next time, maybe you won't be so lucky. I don't know about that. What's that doodad on your chest? It's no doodad, it's a brooch. It looks like a do mom to me. That's the worst pun I've heard in my life. Who says who? Some guy wearing a lazy pin. I'm looking for a doctor called Ruben. I'm told he's hiding somewhere in the warehouse. I haven't seen no doctors around, but we got a new boiler man lately. Fixed the furnace 3 days ago. Go on, touch the pipe. See, it's cold, like my dad's feet. What happened to your dad? He died, that's what. We buried him with no shoes on. Thought he was just pretending. Started tickling him. He was ice cold and stiff as a board. Looking for a doctor, although I think he's a boiler man now. How did I get to the heating plant? When you're walking the wrong way, dummy, follow the pipe the other way to get to the boiler house. Around here, the pipes are ice cold. Who goes there? Turn your head up. Look at us. What's the password? Hackety feckety sat on a pipe. Hackety feckety smelled a bite ripe. All the king's crickets and all the king's geese couldn't rid Hecate of the smell of damp cheese. Now say the password. Wrong. There's one on this pipe right now. Can't you hear him chirping? Is your name Cricket, or do you mean an actual insect? Who you calling an insect, Gramps? You going deaf? I seen old-timers like you with a big metal horn in their ears. Maybe try that instead of embarrassing yourself. I'm only 28. I suppose that must seem like a lot to a child. I'm looking for a man, Dr. Stanislaw Rubin. Seen him around? Oh, a doctor named Rubin, only a boiler man who needs no name to his boiler work. Although, if you think about it, he's kind of like a doctor. He fixed the furnace. He cured it. Called the boiler house. It's a house with a boiler, not some hot plate. With sap running through the pipes, I say. I see you're a bachelor of physics, so you can't even follow the pipe without getting lost. Let me give you a hint, old timer. There's a little heat left in my pipe, and you need to get to where there's a lot of it. Can you remember that? Bad grief, Grigori Filian. Petty lord called himself Bad Grief, an anarchist at heart. valuing freedom of all else, but only his own, because his friendship with the Olgans and the Burks, he saw himself above the law. Bad grief. Pinned him to a wall like a butterfly and left him to die. Even stabbed him with a knife for good measure. But he didn't die from those wounds. You know what he died from? Thirst. Do you have any water? I'm no actor. I neither feel nor act. Call me a shadow, a reminder of a person. A trace, an echo, a glove left behind at someone's house. A useless thing, really. Who needs a lone glove? But it's proof that someone once was here to lose it. You love the sound of your own voice. You think yourself Earth's greatest conversationalist. Try to broaden your thinking. Why not, for a change, assume you really are speaking to a shadow, a remnant of a dead person? No need to grasp. You're a scientist, a researcher of death, so gaze into the face of a dead man. Perhaps then you'll understand why only a mask remains. No, two others watch, and one presents. Know this. If one like me is here, then the person you saw is no longer. Today, they are already dead. Yes, I can see the body myself, if it is a body of the man I'm looking for. They pinned grief to a wall like a butterfly and left him to die, but it was thirst that killed him. Why would a dead man need water? He wouldn't, but his throat feels like it was filled with sand, even though there is no throat left. Why would they think that grief killed Simon? When you take out the pitchforks, you'll always find something to nail them to. Grief saw the faces of his killers. Did he recognize them? You're asking that as a detective? I'm afraid it's not the kind of story, Grief. He was killed by a mob, not a person, but a name. He often thought about death, imagining what his last words would be. And when death finally came, do you know what he said? What? Ow. He said ow. That's all he could come up with as he bled out, pinned to a wall by a pitchfork. I had a patient drop his quill, lean to grab it, cough, and die. His last words were blasted. Another said, "Wish I had champagne," turned to the wall, and was gone. He said ow and thought to himself, what a disgrace. What's life for you? You muse on death. Prepare for it. And when the time comes, I can spread rumors about his incredible wit at death's door myself. But to do that, I need to know when he died. I think for me, look around. Maybe something will give you a clue. I was hoping you'd give me a clue, Shadow. What else are you here for? A smuggler, not a murderer. He didn't deserve this. He did deserve this. Deathly reek. But grief is crucified for a different kind. Simon's murderer. Clean, non-necrotized edges. He was tortured, but he didn't die to these wounds. He was clearly murdered yesterday. Yesterday, oh yesterday. Alright, I'd love to say we're unraveling something, but I feel hopelessly lost still. Just hanging out by the bonfire. Who are you, the new boiler man? I'm a doctor. What do you need a boiler man for? What is normal smoke? Well, normal. Have you ever seen smoke? Black smoke means the furnace is sick again. What was that I just found that gives me 69? Well, we're seeing Reuben shadows now. A pathologist, one of the few doctors in this town. A straightforward, indecisive man. He did something that provoked the anger of everyone. The Canes and the King. His friends and his enemies. One of those people who you know immediately upon meeting them. They won't die of old age. There's medicine left in the cabinet. Drugs, safe for a rainy day. Carefully rationed. He won't need those drugs anymore. What happened here? He needed a hideout, grief, an old friend. Suggested this place. In the end, he even enjoyed stoking the furnace. Physical work leaves no room for thought. Only soot clings so deeply. Reuben was scrubbing it off himself when they came for him. Why did he need a hideout? Reuben getting closer to understanding who Simon truly was. After all, he was the one pronounced him dead. He was afraid that the revelation would not be forgiven. What did Reuben discover? This is critical. Reuben witnessed a miracle, and he paid for it with his life. Will you tell me what happened or not? Was he murdered, and by who? Three days had passed since Simon's death. Reuben hid here in the boiler room, but they found him, silenced him. "3 days, I'm far too late." Disillusioned. Okay. What's in here? Ooh, a factory, huh? Did you happen to know if there was a funeral? They say Grief was killed. Terrible. He was the last decent person in this damn place. I heard many things about Grief, but decent person, that's a first. He provided food to families in our area, handed out bread for the children. Now he's gone. And without them, they'll simply starve. Okay, so he wasn't a totally shit person. That's like a little origami pig. I guess we're not gonna have anything to say about that, though. Okay. No. We'll take a quick peek around here because we're already here, but yeah, we gotta go to where we're supposed to be. Uh, alright, a bit of side knowledge, something about the pub. How it used to be like the cultural center, more or less, it's where everyone went. And now the person that owned it died, I believe. Okay, well, I can loot that furnace, so that means there's probably something in there eventually. Furnace is a good place to put a body. Alright, well, there's nothing here, so I guess we'll get out of here, probably because we still don't have a quest here yet. Oh my word, get up the ladder, man. Stairs, ladder, same thing. Wait, I'm gonna go in there after the piano. Never mind. Alright, back to the actual mission, I suppose. No, I must have to leave the area before I can travel using the map. Oh shit. What is that thing? I'm not moving the camera right now. Oh, and you just appear. And it's called a changeling. A strange little ragamuffin with hypnotic eyes. Simpletons claim she can heal with a laying of one hand. They also say she's Shabnak's sister and a harbinger of death. The vicissitudes of fame. I saw Claire in remote places no one could reach, and at times as if she were in two places at once. Some vast presence lurks in her shadow. Who is it? Stop. Look into my eyes. Don't move. Don't even turn your head. She won't touch you as long as there's a thread between us. Cover your nose and mouth with your scarf and leave this district at once, girl. It's dangerous here. You need me to show you the way? Are you hypnotizing me? Can I tell that you're not susceptible to hypnosis, so why waste the effort? I only want to help you. I need all of your attention to do it, so there's not even a morsel left for her. She feeds on your mind, you see. Who is she? Shabnak. You know, the bony monstrosity you don't believe in. The one that's making your hands shake right now. Why are you so ashamed of your fear? Only morons are afraid of nothing. Of course, it would be best if you could just laugh at her. You don't have the guts for that. You're way too serious. Alright. There's a serious question then. What do you think I'm seeing? Shabnak is the plague's body. The earth spits her out every few years. She must walk through the town and cleanse it of corruption, of wicked thoughts of weak people. Everyone believes something different on that front. While you, with your head of solid oak wood, can see her is a very interesting question. Most people like you are completely blind. What ripped the hole in you, I wonder? I've heard the scent of the local herbs has a strange effect on the psyche. Maybe so. Either way, she won't stop stalking you, whether you believe in her or not. She likes you. I can tell from a mile away. But I'll teach you how to handle her. Take note, scholar. Oh, I know all about those rules. Don't look into a mirror at night. Don't say her name 3 times. Don't make a circle of salt. Well, 1. You're no adversary for her. Your little revolver won't shoot her. Your little knife won't stab her. Can't stab a fairy tale, can you? And why would you even have a knife anyway? So all you can do is run. And the prototype? What prototype? I have an experimental device prototype that's capable of dispersing plague miasma. Let's say this vision, let's say it manifests as some kind of especially dense cloud of sand pests. If I shoot at it, I'll dissipate it, which means the prototype can kill this Shabnak. Oh, now we're playing as the other chick. Killing death would be a heroic feat. It's a long-held dream of mine. There's no way your little device can kill Shabnak. Neither bone nor metal can strike her down. I will compress air and atomize particles of bile and belladonna. Do you miss say anything about pneumatic weapons? They say a sight from Boss Turok can stop her for a short while. When he sighs, she walks on tiptoe, careful not to wake him. If you exhale the right way, it'll probably slow her down. You believe that the inventor of your science can defeat the ancient truth of the step. Well then, scholar, give it a try. It'll be interesting to see. Now here's rule 2. She both loves and hates fire. She can't pass a bonfire without wanting to love and destroy it. So light bonfires and they will slow her down. Rule 3. She's drawn to people who aren't hollow. You may be close-minded and spiteful, but she still senses something in you. There's something you carry inside yourself, some spark. In other words, there's no way she's going to forget about you. Once she's close, she'll never stop chasing you. This one's so simple that I'm not even going to give it a number. If she catches you, she'll devour you. You might find a way to wriggle out of her embrace the first time, but definitely not the second. And finally, you're probably not going to believe me. She eats away at most people's bodies, dries their skin, chews up their immune system. But you're not as easy to get to. Like someone's watching you from above, protecting you maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Well, yes, I do know, but I don't understand. Feel free to disbelieve me. It doesn't matter. Just keep in mind that you won't get infected in a plague district like others do. Instead, you'll go insane, waste all your time, and then she'll eat you. That's how it will happen. Just a second. All right, maybe I can talk some more now. All right, do. Okay, we read all that. All right. She thinks my sister, and I think she thinks she's my sister, and I think she's a monster made of bones. My hatred for her is stronger than all of yours combined. Be bold, bachelor. There's no shame in running from her. Maybe you'll get something done after all in the end. The prototype can slow her down. Bonfires can slow her down. She cannot be stopped. Beware. Well, that's not good. The worst part, that's my last thing. Alright, we gotta find another way in. Oh, there we go. Oh boy. Well, it's the opposite of where I want to go. Oh wait. I bet I gotta leave and go from a different district. Run and run and run, run, run. Do I have to take that route, maybe? Shit. Well, let's just go over here then. If I slip through the archway without deviating from the M route, the rest of the journey will pass without incident. I can turn into another archway, then I'll have to Z create a new route. I'll have to pass through dangerous districts myself again. Ah, okay, I see. Just like little checkpoints you have to stop at. At excessive doses, guiding clues begin to appear before my eyes. So having a higher amount of mania isn't always bad. Khan, the cost per cane. His own course along the path of his family. His followers were called dogheads. They wore beast face masks and lived in the polyhedron. This way, they claimed they renounced their animal nature and embraced a world of pure fantasy. They obeyed the Khan blindly, hence his nickname. But Khan himself still retained the ability to doubt. With all due respect, you just keep visiting at the wrong times. Why are your friends wearing dog masks? You mean the polyhedron? Is there another tower in this town? Could I have a dog mask too? I could be one of you. No, it won't work. Your head is too big and too gray, full of holes too. Nothing stays in it. You can't even remember what happened yesterday. Actually, what did happen yesterday? Yesterday was the 4th day you were in town, and it's as if you've forgotten why you've come. You're not doing anything useful either. I'm looking for Victor King. Yes, why do you doubt it? Because Victor isn't here. Because there are some kids in dog mask here, and you're sitting on the desk. Do you know where I can find the desk owner? You're Nina and Victor's son, so he's left for Cape. Thank you, boy. Okay. All these times you've spoken and you still don't remember. I've known some scatterbrains with you, but perhaps it's better like this. Uncle used to say, the words of a cane all have a trapdoor underneath, and usually more than one. I'm trying to say they're all liars? Uncle called it dialects. You can swindle with the truth alone, you know. The world's a deck of cards, he used to say, and the most important ones are always up someone's sleeve. Huh, a card sharp wants to steal from you. My uncle was the opposite. He didn't steal. He slipped jokes into people's hands. That made things more interesting. He liked enhancing a poor hand, giving the weak strength to see what they'd do with it. I no longer remember which of my uncles taught me to play cards. It might have been Simon or it might have been Georgie. I was little then, like a baby tooth. They taught me to slip jokes into my opponent's decks and to play dead too. Determine cards. When you pretend not to notice your opponent's manipulations and it gives you an advantage. I knew a man once who gambled his whole family away. If he was stupid enough to wager his family, he deserved it. I hope you aren't like that. Just remember, everything is a game in the Crucible, and everyone is a joker. Your cards are either marked from a different deck. That's what Uncle used to say. Your uncle was an extraordinary man. I know there was someone else to talk to. I just don't know where they were. Oh, yeah, no, it's in this house for sure. You know what? It might be that locked door, so we might be SOL. Let's hit... Let's go up here, I suppose. The Canes are a strange family. Perhaps Victor, the only reasonable member, would speak with me. Oh, but there's not actually anything to do. It's just a emotions adjuster. Yeah, that's why we're here, to speak to him. Thanks for the hint, I guess. There's something here. Ah, here he is. I think we're gonna talk to this guy, and then I'm probably gonna call it for day. Younger brother, Simon and Georgie. If the Canes are the shining mind of the town, then Victor is the hands that create the bricks for building castles in the air. He made Gears of Fate. He seems like... Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, I found your brooch this morning. I remember when we stood on the pier and you dropped it. I jumped in the water to save it. How impudent I was. Who are you talking to, Victor? There's no one here. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Haven't you had enough? Are you here to argue some more? Beg forgiveness? If it's the latter, it's too late. It won't make a difference. You know why I came to this town. This is why I'm here to speak with you. I'm here for Simon, but everyone keeps saying he's dead. Can an immortal man die? You've been here for 5 days and been this twice, and you still understand nothing. Georgie had high hopes for you, Dr. Danvosky. He expected you to amaze him, and you turned out to be ordinary. It's just stagnating. Is it such a sin to be ordinary? We're studying immortality, aren't you? When we talk of destroying death, being ordinary is worse than a sin. Can an ordinary man even understand immortality, let alone achieve it? Death is time. Time in your life slipping through your fingers. You defeat it. You must tame time or break it. Nothing new can be made without first breaking the old. That's what time used to say. In the end, he wasn't able to break time either. How do you know? Have you seen the body? Careful thinking doesn't allow for proper discussion. Come back when you understand, when you found a way to break time. I've heard you've made all the clocks in town. Are you saying I should smash them? Another dead end. Maybe we'll hit one more spot. And this is the only other guy we can get to, so maybe I'll just try to sort that out. What I really wish is that I knew how to refill my thing. Maybe I have to find certain spots I can set it down. Alright, I don't really get what that stuff does to you, because is that slowing you down, I guess, so you could get chased down easier. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Well, we're looking for, like, the middle of the street. Alright. Now we're back on track. Got a lot of nutshells. I'll just leave those for now. There we go. She's listening to the wall. Simon's niece. Her mother was a mistress, a woman who said the wield mystical powers made her believe she was meant to walk the same path. Who just opened his mouth while the mistress is working? I've been told the mistress of this town was Capella. Haven't you mistresses spells disaster? Uh, I'm familiar with the concept of professional rivalry, though I have no clue what you're fighting for. Do anything with fighting for their souls, for the spirit, for the future. Forgive me, Endenil. The likes of you are not to be shouted at. I was focused on the dialogue. The unexpectedness of your voice caught me off guard. Give me your hand, Endenil. Do it. Look me in the eye. Just like everyone else I knew in this town, am I right? Isidore's dead, yep. Yeah, you should have been investigating since day one. Yes, you hardly ever left the Stillwater for 5 days. This happens sometimes. Guests are captivated, either by the house itself or by Eva. But you're here now, in the house. When I can feel a trace of Uncle Simon's hands, it's very close, so warm. I can feel it, but the door's locked and broken. The house will give me nothing freely. A trace of his hands, you mean fingerprints? Or is this another metaphor? Uncle has a very close friend of Isidore Baraka, or a rival. True friendship is indistinguishable from a rivalry. And I can feel his life still smoldering in this house. In some object or living memory. Perhaps he's even there himself. You mean this place might hold some clue that could shed light on his fate? Oh, never mind. It's no longer matters anyway. What am I doing is stupid. But you're doing even more so. We'll be suffocated by walls of reeking bodies. Shabnak will devour our tomorrow. When you sleep tonight, the apnea demon will descend upon you, and you will lie there frozen, staring at the ceiling forever. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. You've seen a Shabnak. You and Danil. A woman or a monster. I didn't get a good look. Hard to see anything in this plague-ridden hell. Not clear to mind murkiness. That was obviously a hallucination. She wasn't there in my dream, but that doesn't mean anything. She doesn't like to enter my dreams. My dreams are of the higher realms. They strive upward. The clay spawn and the rat brigands don't feel at home there. Prophetic dreams again. I suppose I can't complain now, though. Our dreams are not the same. I am a mistress. I can see the truth. Tomorrow shall not come. Only you'd act differently. If you'd opened the hospital, taken charge of the emergency command, search for answers, perhaps things would have been different. but you've missed your every chance, and so have I. Go to Stillwater, say goodbye to Eva, gaze up at the sky before you sleep, write a letter, get in touch with something you hold dear before the end. Orphan and sneak is all I need to know. Picking a lot in someone else's house. I bet money you don't live here. And you lose it. I used to come and sleep here, like all the time. Before Master Isidore died. That's why Maria asked me to break into the house for her. Who you think I'm some dimwit? The front one took me 3 minutes tops. The main study, though, that won't budge. As if they broke the lock specifically so no one could open it, and blocked the door from the inside to boot. There's something important inside the study? Of course there is. The clues! It was the murderer who closed it, I tell you, so no one can investigate anything. I think you're just imagining things. It can't be a coincidence, all of this. If nothing else, Isildur was a doctor and he dies right before the plague comes, and the study is locked. The house was open all the way until the funeral, and then the killer knew he had to lock it, because they all understood it at the funeral. Not everyone grows 4 new arms after death, you know. That beast's claw, too. Only happens if you fought for your life, tooth and nail. I'm not telling you. You don't care one bit about Master Burka. All these days, you were cool as a cucumber, and now he's dead. For you, Master Burka was some old man who wrote you a letter to the capital about mystical Simon. And he was the best of them all. And who the heck are you walking around here all high and mighty like you did nothing? Bear, he came with you too. And they killed his father, and he was the one they accused of it. Imagine that. 5 days after, look where you are. Look where Bear is. I'll try to make up for what's lost. Uh-oh. Considering how quickly it's going down, I'm assuming this is intentional. Yep. After these reach its peak and the will lift fades, the last hope is to hold on to a thought. If my hand reaches for the final bullet, I will stop if I manage to gather my thoughts quickly. Uh-oh. Enter the room of mirrors for the first time. That was a little wild. What troubles you, Signora? Your day is over. Your day is over. What do you call a bullet in the head? You stand inside a mirrored chamber. Look, one glass in which you shot yourself, more still in which your life goes on. This place allows a man to choose among the possibilities. You're free to pick the one in which you shot yourself and end your story there, or you can choose to defy death and give it one more try. Your business is in living world remains unfinished, no? I'm battling the sand pest, but I'm just not making any progress. There's not enough of me to deal with it. Then let us say you did not shoot yourself. Too much left still to do, and not enough of you. Your goal will pull you back to life. A hook lodged in your cheek. If you depart too soon, who would be there to bear this burden? Why can I see beings like you? Doesn't matter. Yes, for diagnostic purposes, if only I can see you and I'm not mad, then what's special about me? That's why are you following me of all people? The question, still, is who is following whom. I never leave this place, and you are here for a first-time visitor. The clock is as common as it can be, but that you'll do with it is not. Just stand before it and watch the motions of its hands. How the hell do I do this? It's as if I'm caught in the logic of a dream, but it all feels real. If it really is a dream, I'll be sorely disappointed. Can I travel in time between days, or what? Am I stuck in some kind of time loop? I must understand the underlying mechanism. Am I in this town or in the memory of it? It's like I'm everywhere at once, both standing here and giving a statement at the Capitol. You come out one of the shadows by degrees. Indeed, it is as if you are at once both here and there. This thought of time as a mere line entraps your mind. In truth, you're as free as ever. At once you're here in the capital, one foot in yesterday, another tomorrow. No smoke, but many mirrors, sire. To free yourself, you'll have to break the glass. Why smash the mirrors? Because a mirror multiplies. They breed realities. Right now, you need to call this herd. Reduce them all to one. The one in which you're still at the still water, staring at a clock. Oops. What day am I on? Today. You find a mechanical clock to restart time. Sounds easy. As easy as anything else I've done in this town. Oh, interesting. Nope. Alright. This was a shot. Sweet. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. I'm on the fence about this game. I like it, but I don't know whether I think it's worth playing on stream or not. Just because there's so much reading, which I mean, I should have expected, I guess, but it's a lot. That being said, I might do it again. I don't know yet. Probably going to finish Look Outside before I get too far into this game at the very least. So I just want to try it out because it came out recently. See how it was. But till next time, guys, you have